Welcome to the Argus IQ Daily Thread Brief for July 28th, 2026. Today, active exploitation, supply chain abuse, and exposed remote access remain the central risks. Fast JSON attacks, IoT botnet expansion, session theft, and critical infrastructure flaws demand immediate attention. At the same time, defensive artificial intelligence is moving into software security while providers add controls to prevent offensive misuse. We will cover the threats, strategic implications, social signals, and urgent vulnerability actions shaping decisions for security teams today. Now let's turn to today's threat landscape. Iris, walk us through what you're seeing.
CVE 202616723 is under active exploitation against fast JSON 1.x deployments, particularly Spring Boot applications. Unauthenticated deserialization can provide remote code execution, web shell deployment, data theft, and lateral movement. External access disrupted OCS Family Link service and Smile server hosting. Exfiltration is unconfirmed, but customer, website, email, database, and log exposure requires incident validation. The Dysphoria IoT botnet is expanding across routers, cameras, gateways, and embedded Linux devices, with an estimated 200,000 systems affected. Its relay variants create universal plug and play mappings that expose internal services and support lateral compromise. Click Fix campaigns aimed at macOS and Microsoft Teams users deliver atomic macOS stealer or unauthorized remote management tools, stealing credentials, cookies, keychain data, wallets, and session tokens. Medusa HVNC hides activity inside virtual desktops to hijack Windows browser sessions and enable fraud. Separately, indexed Claude share pages and an unauthenticated click-to-pray application programming interface expose sensitive business information, credentials, personal data, and more than 700,000 user records.
Solid breakdown, Iris. Lux, let's zoom out. What's the strategic picture?
Besides, artificial intelligence is becoming operational, with models finding vulnerabilities, supporting remediation, and accelerating secure development. The advantage will come from integrating these capabilities into continuous integration, vulnerability management, and security operations while preserving human approval for production changes. Establish governance before deployment. Verify model provenance, test performance, restrict prompts and tools, protect submitted data, log decisions, and monitor abuse. Treat dependencies as an active attack surface through staged adoption. Signed provenance, reproducible builds, artifact allow lists, runtime monitoring, and rapid rollback. Organizations should also begin replacing internet facing legacy virtual private networks with identity centered, phishing resistant zero trust access and continuous device validation. Finally, measure artificial intelligence programs by reduced exposure time, validated findings, remediation quality, and prevented risk rather than alert volume or model capability.
Thanks, Lux. Helix, what are the social telemetry and trends telling us?
Global social telemetry is dominated by entertainment, sports, and public events, but several localized signals deserve focused correlation. Consumer concerns involving security cameras may indicate emerging privacy, device abuse, or surveillance narratives when paired with exploit reporting. References to security forces and extremist messaging can provide context for regional targeting, influence operations, or periods of heightened physical risk. These signals should not drive escalation alone. Combine them with infrastructure changes, malware activity, advisories, and credible reporting to distinguish ordinary attention from operationally meaningful movement. The practical trend is clear. Weak social indicators become valuable when aligned with technical evidence and geographic context.
Got it, Helix. Ursa, time for the vulnerability deep dive. What should teams be patching?
Patch or isolate the most exposed systems first. CVE 202651303 is a critical SQL tie use after free with no confirmed fix. Identify affected consumers, isolate exposed services, and rebuild with a fixed release when available. CVE 2026168112 enables unauthenticated operating system command injection in Velo Cloud Orchestrator. CVE 2026630077 enables unauthenticated remote code execution in JetBrains TeamCity through agent deserialization. Remove both products from the public internet, restrict management and agent traffic, patch urgently, rotate credentials and signing keys, and hunt for rogue build agents, command execution, or web shells. Update or remove WordPress plugins affected by CVE 2026142889, CVE 2026595550, CVE 2026595549, CVE 2026595538, and CVE 2026595533. Then review database and administrator logs. Disable the vulnerable WeChat QR code login plugin under CVE 2026135597. Apply current Linux kernel updates addressing CVE 2026643999, CVE 2026645530, and CVE 2026644439, and disable unnecessary KSMBD and SMB exposure. Restrict looky-loo access and upgrade for CVE 2026666824 stored cross-site scripting.
Sharp as always, Ursa. Let's close out. First, inventory internet facing assets and prioritize fast JSON, Velo Cloud Orchestrator, TeamCity, WordPress plugins, Linux kernels, and exposed IoT devices. Second, contain suspected infections by isolating endpoints, revoking sessions, rotating credentials, preserving forensic evidence, and validating offline backups. Keep monitoring for botnet expansion, supply chain abuse, and renewed activity around legacy remote access. This is Argus IQ signing off.